Now, the killer tsunami killed thousands in India, particularly in Nagapattinam and Cuddalore in Tamil Nadu. But there were also little ones who came into the world on that fateful day. Srisha Reddy travelled to Nagapattinam to meet two such children, now 10 years old, who detest the label, the children of tsunami.
Ten-year-old Madan hates the tsunami. He hates it more when he is called the tsunami. Born on the 26th of December 2004, this boy in Nagapattinam district of Tamil Nadu has not been told yet about the destruction the killer tsunami caused on the day he stepped out of his mother's womb.
நான் 26ஆம் தேதி 12ஆம் மாதம் நான் பிறந்தேன். என் பேர் சுனாமின்னு கூப்பிடுறாங்க. அதனால எனக்கு சிரிப்பாக வரும். என் ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் கிட்ட சொல்வேன் என் பேர் மதன்னு கூப்பிட சொல்லி.
At a small hospital in Sirgari in Nagapattinam district on the afternoon of December 26, 2004, a little after 3 p.m., this little girl named Ranjana arrived in this world. At a time when it seemed as if this part of the world was almost coming apart with the giant killer waves of the sea, sparing no one.
However, Ranjana's birth certificate shows that she was born on the 25th of December 2004. It is because her stepbrother Ranjit fell victim to the tsunami on the same day Ranjana was born. The family did not want a birthday and a death anniversary on the same day and requested for a change of Ranjana's birth date. Ranjana's mother Banu recalls that she was distressed after her delivery. At the hospital, she couldn't find any known faces. She didn't know what happened outside.
நான் இந்த குழந்தை பிறந்ததுனால ரொம்ப சந்தோஷப்பட்டேன். ஏன்னா நம்மளுக்கு 2 பையன் இருக்கிறான். நம்மளுக்கு தங்கச்சிக்கு ஒரு பொம்பளை குழந்தை பிறந்திருக்கு. ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமா இருந்துச்சு. அந்த சந்தோஷமான நேரத்தில் துக்கமான செய்தி வரும். ரொம்ப அந்த குழந்தைய ரொம்ப எனக்கு வெறுப்பாயிடுச்சு. இது பிறந்து நம்ம குழந்தைய அழிச்சிடுச்சு பாரு. ஆனால் ரொம்ப எனக்கு வேதனையாயிடுச்சு. என் தங்கச்சியை நாங்கள் பார்க்கவே இல்லை. நாங்கள் இங்கே தான் கிடந்து என் குழந்தைய காணான்னு தேடிட்டு இருந்தோம்.
As the worst affected areas, Nagapattinam and Cuddalore, remember the dark day of the 26th of December 2004. These children of tsunami hope this life-changing event will never come again. With Srisha Reddy in Nagapattinam, Bureau Report, Headlines Today.
Now, Madan and Ranjana really don't like to be called the children of tsunami. That's really what that report is all about on the 10th anniversary or 10 years of that devastating tsunami. Srisha Reddy now joins us from Cuddalore. Now, Srisha really won't blame those children for actually not liking that title, but just take us through how these 10 years have actually been for Cuddalore.
Well, Sankit, people have not forgotten what happened on the 26th of December in 2004 because it left a trail of destruction. You know, if I can ask my camera person to pan in and show you, people from different parts of the village near Devanapatnam and other places have gathered here at the Silver Beach in Cuddalore, where this is the place where a lot of people lost their lives. And Cuddalore as a district lost at least 617 people, you know, especially children. So, and people here, especially women from a place distant from here, they will come to the beach and they are wearing a color coordinated outfit. It's to show that the togetherness and it's to mourn the loved ones who they lost. You know, I have a person with me. She struggled in the water for 3 hours. என்ன நடந்தது அன்னைக்குமா?
ஞாயிற்றுக்கிழமை காலையில் எங்கள் வீட்டுக்காரர் 3 நாள் முன்னாடி மரிச்சிட்டார். அதனால் நான் வெளியில் போகாத வீட்லேயே இருக்க வேண்டிய கட்டம். தண்ணி வந்துக்கிட்டு இருக்குது. ஓடியாங்கன்னு சத்தம் கேட்க வெளியே வந்து பார்த்தா இந்த கடலுடைய உயரம் இந்த ஆற்று தண்ணி சொவலில் மாட்டிக்கணும். 2 குழந்தை மாவன் ஓடியாந்து.
Right, so 3 hours she was struggling in the water, you know, because she didn't know what was happening and they didn't even know that it was tsunami. Sir, இன்னும் உங்களுக்கு அந்த பயம் இருக்குங்களா கடலுக்கு போகிறதுக்கு?
டிசம்பர் 26ஆம் நாள் மிக 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 ரொம்ப நினைவு சொல்லி அந்த பயங்கள் அச்சங்கள் அதிகமாக 4 நாள் கொண்டு இருக்கு. இன்னும் பயத்தோட மக்கள், மீனவ சமுதாய மக்கள் அடிப்படையில் ரொம்ப கஷ்டமான சூழ்நிலையில் வாழ்ந்து கொண்டிருக்கார்கள்.
Right. So what he is pointing out is that yes, of course, there is a sense of fear because it's been 10 years. Though 10 years have gone by, nothing seems to have changed. Yes, people do live in fear. Even when they go to bed, even when they sleep, if they hear the wave noise and they just come close to the beach to see what exactly is happening there. So yes, this has left not only a trail of destruction, it also has left some sort of fear. Because remember, tsunami in Tamil Nadu has left at least 8,000 people, their lives. Sankit.
Now, Shisha, one little point that I wanted to ask you, and perhaps if you could throw more light, because you have been reporting in that part of the country extensively. As far as Odisha is concerned, after those devastating floods, as well as the cyclone that hit Odisha at the turn of the century, Odisha seems to have learnt its lessons, and that's why in Cyclone Phailin and Hudhud, we saw that the death toll came down. What about Tamil Nadu as well as Puducherry? Have some lessons been learned? I know that it's quite hard to predict when tsunami is actually going to hit, but there are some telltale signs. There are some signs that the Met Department actually gets to know. Is there a sort of a eviction mechanism that the government has been able to put in place effectively?
Sankit, I wouldn't call it a 100% effective mechanism that what the Tamil Nadu government has put in place, because in Puducherry there are a lot of projects that are still impending, because the houses that people were shifted to, the rehabilitation centers are still under work. So it's not completed, in the final stage. But as far as Kadalur and Nagapattinam is concerned, people continue to live in the coastal places because they are not supposed to live there, because they don't have places. So they have been moved to the tsunami nagars and tsunami villages where the government has constructed houses for them. But though few of them live there, few of them give it for rent, and they live in places close by. But yes, they have not learnt from what happened in 2004. But that sort of fear that they have, because if I can give you a quick point, what happened after tsunami in the particular village where I'm standing right now, Cyclone Thane had destructed the entire place, and after tsunami there was nothing learnt, and that is the reason that why it faced a trial of destruction in this particular place. So nothing learnt, as far as the tsunami is concerned. Yes, people they do have a fair knowledge of what they have to do once tsunami struck a place. They just run to the nearby places where they have the halls that are near in Kadalo. That is the only thing that people know. But they continue to live in the coastal places even after this kind of destruction that what happened in 2004.
Shisha Reddy, thanks very much for getting us that story, as well as speaking to people over there. We'll of course keep coming back to you all day as you get us more stories and tales from Cuddalore and the devastated areas which are now limping back to normalcy.